he was proper. I'm happy. I'm just not happy with the officials at the moment. I'm a bit disappointed at how they're officiating the game. I mean, it's really disappointing. We're in the Premiership. We made it to the promised land. Yeah, the standards meant to be a lot higher. So you know, the boys have played really well. As I say, most weeks, yeah, they've been superb. I'm just disappointed with the officials. You know, if you're going to play at this standard, or you're going to officiate at this standard, you've got to be spot on.
Can you talk about the penalty?
Well, to my mind, there was three different decisions that weren't given. One was, two clear offsides, and one was a penalty where Murray interfered with the play. So I just don't really know. I'm a bit disillusioned. I feel like we've got to play Brighton. We're playing the officials as well.
It was a great save by Bettinelli though, wasn't it?
Fantastic. But then you know what? To the watchers and the people that watch this post, that's the reason why Bex is meant to be in. All those haters are saying, oh, Fabry and Rico, that's why Bex is in the net. And I'm glad they restored him back. He proved himself. This has got nothing to do with you know, he's homegrown. This is to do with who the best goalkeeper is in the sticks, and it's Bex. And what's your take on Fabry or Bex?
No Fabry, Bex.
Yeah.
Well, I said I thought they were all over us for the first 20 minutes. Second half, all the play was up the far end, wasn't it?
I feel like by the end, we kind of found our feet. And I think we were quite realistically, second half, possibly it's in the bag now. But I just don't want to over-celebrate because they're still in it. Would you agree that Brighton's still in it?
Oh yeah, no, they're playing well. They beat United, so they're not a bad team, certainly.
I mean, personally, he sets up well, didn't he? He sets up well. So they've got a good team.
I was a bit worried about Schürrle at the first game of the season, but I think he's going to be brilliant, isn't he? Yeah.
Well, we started quite slow. I think, I'm not sure about the lineup. I think maybe Joe Brown should have been in left back instead of Maxi.
Do you think that's because he knows that Brighton are going to attack and he wants a more defensive-minded.
Yeah, maybe, because Joe Brown, he likes to get up and down the wings, whereas Max can sit back a bit more. He's more of a centre-back.
I disagree there. I personally think that it deserves, what you're saying, Ty, you're right, but I personally think that you need somebody who's going to stretch their right winger, rather than something almost defensive-minded. It's fine, it's great that he can defend, but also you need somebody who's going to push on and stretch him. And this is what I think is happening. Sometimes we're getting overloaded, 2-on-1, and Max is just waiting there. He's getting overloaded. And this is Brian to push on and stretch him the other way.
I'd bring on AK for Vieto. I think he's more strong. I think they're a physical team. They're pushing our weaker players up. So I think AK can get forward. He's got a couple of goals midweek. So I think it'll be a good replacement. It's football now.
Well, I thought we deserved to win, but they came back strong and got the equaliser. But it looks promising. We've got the tactics good, we've got the goalkeeper back in, and the defence played very, very well.
We didn't stretch the play enough, I don't think. Just stretch the play more, I think.
Yeah. What about the refereeing today?
It wasn't too bad. The penalty looked harsh. But you know, there you go. And at the end of the day, we got a point. And we got to move on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought we were very unlucky not to win it. I thought, especially for the penalty, I thought it was harsh. But even when it was 2-2, I think Sessegnon should have scored at the end. Like he's beaten 2, should have scored. So
he done really well to get in that position, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he has. I just think he needs to go a little bit further and finish. He was maybe 6 yards out.
Connected with it, has he?
No, yeah, he hasn't connected. But I thought overall we played really well. Should have won the game.
I feel like Mitro is unplayable, like even at this level. Like
that second goal was it. He's unplayable.
Like, four in 3 games. Like
you can't give away 2 penalties a game and expect to stay up. That's my take. We played very well going forward, but if you give away 2 penalties a game and expect to stay up, it's not going to happen.
But there was a lot of positives today, yeah?
Yeah, there was a lot of positives. Yeah. As it like. I think Slav got it to begin with. Slav got the formation right. He got the squad right. Maybe he's a bit late getting like successfully off the bench, but we were 2-0 up, weren't we? So I think it's more that we've let them back in as opposed to they've played their way back in.
could have done with a bit more adventure on the wings as well. Like Joe Bryan, not nowhere to be seen. Not sure why.
Yeah,
like, it would have been useful.
Quality.
Fans are really good, yeah, and I think all season, I think the fans will be really good. I think we'll take big numbers in all games. Yeah, I think the fans will credit to themselves and a credit to the club.
The beauty of going up is that we've got like away days like this. You know, a couple of weekends we've got Manchester, then we've got Everton. Across the season we've got Southampton, we've got Bournemouth. You know, we've got all these quality away days. That's the one benefit about going up, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, I think before the game you take a point, but when you're 2-0 up, you know, you're always disappointed. But you know, we were saying before the game, a point in the Premier League away from home is like gold dust. So, you know, we're 4 points now, we're building, you know, but we're still a new team, you know, and that's when you have to, you know, we've got that many new players, different defence every week. We're going to score goals. I think we're going to be all right scoring, but we need to be tighter at the back. You know, we definitely got to be tighter at the back. But
onwards and upwards for us. I think once the team starts gelling a bit better, we'll be a good side, and we will score goals. But obviously, the defence is still.
You'll take a point at Brighton. You know, they're not. You know, they started half alright. You know, but we look a better team than them. I think when you're comparing the two teams, you know.
And what about some of the refereeing? I thought there wasn't.
I was just saying, you know, you always away from home. Fulham, as a Fulham fan, away from home, supporting Fulham all my life. I don't think I've ever been anywhere and got a decision. You know, some of the refereeing, you know, 2 penalties. The first one, you know, jury's out. You know, but you know, you got to take the positives at the end of the day. And you know, as a promoted team with a new team as well, you take a point all day long. So, you know, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with a point. It should have been 3, but you take a point. We go on. Next one, we go again. You know?
Very excited to go 2-0 up. It's a big effort, but to end up losing, drawing 2-2, to concede 2 goals is quite disappointing in any Premier League game. And you turn up to Brighton, I do expect hold a victory. 2 penalties, Bestinelli's done fantastic on the first one. So you've got to admire that, but the second was very disappointing. Lots of positives. You're scoring goals. Mitrovic's again joint top goal scorer in the league. So what more do you want, really? But to go 2-2 at the start of the game, you take that. To be 2-0 up is disappointing. Very disappointing.
Do you think the fans were amazing today?
Fans are fantastic. Very loud. I was front row, so I've got a bit of sunburn right now. But part of that, yeah, you hear them right from the top. So.
What do you think about going forward to Man City? How do you think that one's going to go?
I think maybe Chambers came on purely to sort of trial out the fight at the back, because you're going to get an onslaught the whole game. If Brighton go 2-2, you know that they're going to attack, they're going to try and nick victory. Man City for 90 minutes are going to go for goals. So having a centre-back partnership of, I think it was Mawson, Chambers and Adoy, that might potentially be the back 3 for Man City. Sessegnon and Force down the wing backs. So I think that was pre-planning. Personally, I think Slavisa's that clever.
We come all the way from Nottingham to watch Fulham, as we always do, home and away. I thought they were unlucky. I thought some of the refereeing decisions, but you always think that, don't you?
Yeah, we're quite biased. So.
They were some shit decisions, and I think we really should have won that. But there you go. We'd have taken a point before the start of it. So really and truly, you can't complain too much. But
exactly. Point away from home here.
We looked a class above them. Really, it's quite disappointing.
What I'm worried about is Vieto filling in, but we did very well, and I'm happy with the point. I'll take the point. Obviously, given the circumstances, 2-0 up to throw it away is a bit disappointing, but I'm happy. Play well. Mitro's class. Seri is so class. that. So he's going to get scouted next year. He'll be off to one of the top 4. Play well. I'm happy.
Honestly, 4 points after the run-in we have, that's all right. We won't get nothing against City. We might get something against Watford, but you know,
no, it's looking up. We're staying up.
It's better than Rotherham away, isn't it? It's better than Rotherham away.
All right, Tony, who you brought today?
I brought my little niece. First away match for my niece.
Yeah.
So, do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did a lot. At least it was better. As a tie is better than nothing.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's better than being.
Exactly. So, I mean, a point's better than nothing. But to tell you the truth, when you're 2-0 up, we should have put that away, kept it like that. But you know, I would have taken the point before the game. But I'm disappointed. But it's better than nothing, as you say. Bit of a first 10 minutes, a bit dodgy at the back, a bit under pressure quite a bit. But then, you know, we came into the game. Tell you what, we do miss Kenny in that midfield. I know he's off injured, but he's got great vision. It was nice to see Betts back. You know, I know he was back the other day. But again, that penalty save, beautiful point blank save from the header. I think we should have seen it out, and Sessegnon at the end. We should put that away. But look, what can you say? I'm happy, but I'm not happy. So there you go. You know?
It's a learning process, isn't it? Like you said.
Absolutely. I've always said that all along. It is a learning process. You know, and we've had to make shift things in defence. We don't really know our proper defences yet. So once he sorts that out, because you know we're going to score, but at the same time, at the moment we're going to leak goals as well. So we need to get more of a stable defence, basically. But yeah, you know, we move on, we fight on to live another day, and we won't go down. We'll be staying in the Premiership, that's for sure. We've got enough to stay up, and we won't go down. It's where we finish. So just enjoy it. Enjoy the football, what we're playing, because we do play some lovely football at times. So
I think we're unlucky, John. Today we played well. We deserved to probably get the 3 points. We just didn't have the nous to see out the victory. Slight defensive errors, a bit of naivety in the team, but that's always going to happen. We've got 6 or 7 players, new players come in. Brighton have probably got that bit of extra game management. They've got 1 or 2 new players come in. 1, 2, 3 months time, we'd have won that game quite easily. We'd have seen it out. I think the Fulham fans outsung the Brighton fans, and I think everyone up and down the country can see that. Match of the day, Sky Sports, whatever you want to watch it on. Fulham fans absolutely outsung the Brighton fans. We played the better football. We were more decisive, more cutting edge. I think, you know, look, the future's bright for Fulham. We've got 6, 7 new players coming to that first team. As soon as we start to gel, that's it. We'll be off and running.
I thought it was a game that ultimately we should have won. 2-0 up. We gave away the first goal to them. I thought a typical, unfortunate error. We made a similar error against Burnley last week. Occasionally we're trying to overplay from the back. It's a game that ultimately we should have won. I thought Mawson was extremely good. Very composed on the ball. Organisationally, he managed to get the defence together as well. I thought Seri reaffirmed what a good player he is, and Schürrle, I thought, whereas not as good as last week, but I thought he played extremely well.
Okay, so you have a white wine.
Banner against Burnley.
Thank you. Look at his back, Will. He's made some good
3, 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
You got to catch a train, mate.
Thank you.
Hey, Mark.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
1 second.
Thank you so much. Can you do my friends as well, please?
What do you want?
Is there any chance you could do my friends as well, please? Thank you so much.
They're going to take the coach.
See you. Hold on.
You're walking in front. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Can do it. Do what then? No, can we walk in front?
Let me start.
Oh, all the way there.
He knows Alfie, whatever her name is.
Excuse me, man.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I know. Oh, my. I don't actually support Fulham, though.
She's our fixer.
So why did you push Slavisa?
For my friends.
She's our fixer.
I did it for my friend.
I love him. I love Slavisa. He's my hero.
Loyalty to Slavisa.
He's my hero. Slavisa is a gentleman, un caballero. He was such a lovely man. I mean, I took my niece with me today, spoke to him. Hi. And spoke to him in Spanish because his family live in Spain. He speaks perfect Spanish. And he stood with a photo of my niece, so she even spoke to him in Spanish.
I think he's a really nice man. He's a really nice gentleman, and I'm really happy for him to have a really good football team, and he's doing like a good role model to all of his team, and has been of a manager. So yeah, I think he's a really good role model.
You speak Spanish, right?
Yes.
You speak Spanish fluently?
Yes.
Yeah? How was his Spanish, Slavisa?
He had a great accent, a great Spanish accent. I never knew he could speak Spanish, but when Tony told me and when I heard him, it looked like he was just a Spanish person. He was born there. He just had the perfect Spanish accent, and it was just perfect, yeah. Better than mine.
The only thing is, I don't speak Serbian. That's the only thing. Speak many languages: French, Spanish, English, bit of Polish, but not Serbian. So I'll have to learn that one.
I thought it was a good game. I thought we played slightly differently to how we have for most of the last couple of seasons. Slav set it up a bit differently as well, put the Marshall at left back. I don't think that worked. We lost a bit of an out there, and you know, we paid essentially for being a bit naive defensively, inviting pressure in the last 20 minutes or so.
I think it shows how much we've improved in the sense that we've come here, we've got a point, and we're a bit disappointed because the last couple of times we've come here, we've lost. We lost 5-0 a couple of seasons ago, and to come here and be disappointed with a point, I think it's quite encouraging. We've not played well. That's the mark of a good team. You don't play well and you still pick something up. So hopefully in the future, next few weeks, we can take the positives from it.
I think there's a lot to be said about Tom Kearney not being there. We were talking about how does Tom Kearney and Seri work together, and I think today showed with Kearney not being there, Seri didn't have a lot of time on the ball to put the passes in the right positions, and we'll have to see how we manage with the other sides who will play a similar way to Brighton. They'll be hard at stopping us from playing our game, and it'll be interesting to see how other sides who are battling around us, how they play against us.
Very exciting. I was surprised we went 2-0 down, but you guys did really, you played really well, and a draw was a fair result. And to be honest, at the end of it, I was happy with the point. So I think they played really well. Really well. Keeper was good. Keeper did a good job.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be fine this season. It's only our second in the top flight, so it's still early days for us really. But no, I think he'll be fine. You invested well over the summer. Great fan base. And Craven Cottage is one of the best grounds in the country. So.
Why do you love Brighton, Liam? You've been going on about it for last week.
just for the sake of how easy it is, in the sense of, because obviously living in London, it's really just one train to Brighton, and can you not see that just on the beach, this isn't your normal quintessential Lancashire away day or a Yorkshire away day. There's something special about a beach away, seaside away days. So here's if we can stay up, they can stay up too, and we can do this again.
I'll be honest with you, John, it was disappointing obviously to go 2-0 up, to concede that lead, and to also give away 2 penalties in the process is never a nice feeling. But sometimes in life it's more important to make memories with the people that matter most to you. That's why we're here today in Brighton, on Brighton Beach. We've all had a lovely day nevertheless. So we've still got a point at the end of the day, and Mitrovic has got another goal, so I'm happy about that too. Maxime Lamarchon at left back concerns me a little bit. Obviously we're still waiting for the return of Ream, and I think once we have him back, that'll be a great place to start from again. We have some big games in the coming weeks. Next up we've got City away. They're the Premier League champions, Champions League semi-finalists, and they've probably, no, they have the best manager in the world under their realm. So that's going to be a tough task. If anything, less than a loss is a bonus. And yeah, I'm happy with the way today went, memories-wise, but performance-wise, whole different kettle of fish.
That was good. We brought a lot of people. We're not known for bringing lots of supporters back to, in like the old Premiership. We're in like for a good 5 years. But now that we're back in the Premiership, we're bringing more people. We're going to be able to bring more people back in.
I think personally, with any Fulham squad that's ever existed, we've always had the talent in the squad to achieve, but it's a Fulhamish thing that we always concede goals, our back four's never up to scratch, and this is something we still need to work. And credit to Brighton for the comeback. Lee Probert, you should be ashamed of yourself for your refereeing performance today. Every Fulham game you managed to referee, you also managed to jeopardise. It's a shame on you. But Glenn Murray is a good player. He's in his mid-30s and he's bagging in goals on a regular basis for Brighton. So well done to him. I'm just a humble person. We lost. It feels like a loss today, but it was a fair result for what Brighton got out of the game. So yeah.
What I did take from today, I was reading a statistic on Twitter, I think Sky Sports posted it, and they were talking about how Brighton haven't lost at home in the calendar year of 2018. And considering that that's the current home record of Brighton, I think you've got to look at it in perspective of, yes, we're disappointed by the fact that we dropped the 2-goal lead, but we went to Brighton, gave them a game. First, I'd say 20 minutes, they were pushing us, they were pressing us, they corner after corner after corner, but we got through that, like the Slavism defensive way of just, letting opposition teams wear themselves out, get tired, and then we pounce, and that's what we did today. And unfortunately, the penalty, I think, also gave us the momentum throughout the game because of the fact that, generally when, I think it's another statistic, in the last like 5 games, they've home and away, they've had a penalty. So I think, you've got to look at it as we gave ourselves a good account of ourselves today, and obviously, moving forward, like I said over there, it's only positive. It's only positive. I think we've all got to stick together today this season. I think that, in reality, it's either a bedding in season because of the fact that we haven't been in the Premier League. And as Harrison was saying about our away support, it's been very impressive. It's almost 3 away games consecutively that we've sold out.
I live for the weekend, John. Monday to Friday doesn't matter, and the people involved in Monday to Friday doesn't matter either. It's about my weekends being here at Fulham, getting away from all the bullshit and the dramas in my life. And for those 90 minutes, it feels like I haven't got those worries and dramas in my mind, and I'm supporting the team I love, the one true thing that will never let me down, even though they let me down, but they'll always be there, do you know what I mean? But I love Brighton, John. It's just a happy place to be. You're right by the sea. It's a great place to reflect and just enjoy the moment. The people are nice. Best fish and chips in the country. any Northerner wants to prove me wrong, I'll see you at an away game near you soon. But as far as I'm concerned, probably the happiest city in the UK to live.
So boys, 2 games in, 2 Bettinelli appearances, no clean sheets. Are we still 4 goals conceded? Is Bettinelli the right man to move us forward, yes or no? I personally believe so.
Needs more time.
You reckon more time?
Yeah, we've got 3 keepers to pick from. We've got plenty of choice, plenty of option. We've got to think, guys, we're only 3 games in, still another 35 games of the season. Plenty of time, so we shouldn't worry too much.
We shouldn't worry, but
let Slav make his decisions, let him pick the keeper he wants based on who he sees in his training performing well. And I think whoever he chooses, we've just got to put our trust in. Nothing we can do about it at this very moment in time. We have to bolster our keeping, the goalkeeping area. It won't be until January, so not rush, be patient, and just take it.
I think also, I don't know, I think obviously I was asking the question, but you know, penalty save today, 2 performances, the fans fully behind him, even before the first penalty save, fully behind him, singing his name, you know, and I've seen a lot of the debate on Twitter, the argument for and against Bettinelli. The argument against Bettinelli is the fact you've got 2 really sensational goalkeepers, one on a permanent deal and one on loan, right behind him. And my thoughts on that situation is, if for instance you have Bettinelli and he is currently first team keeper, the fact that we've got so much quality will not only push us forward but also will push his development forward, that if he's competing with 2 goalkeepers that have also previously played Champions League football. But then you've got the argument also, you've got players like Fabry, who, you know, a lot of people believe was kind of forced out of that position, maybe more so by the supporters than the fact that he probably deserved, because you know, I think he has that David Button syndrome in my opinion when it comes to goalkeepers. Obviously Bettinelli being a Fulham boy and everybody loves him at the Cottage, I think it kind of makes it hard for goalkeepers like Fabry and Button. And
yeah, we're lacking the back 4, but with the attacking options that we've acquired, we're providing what we originally aimed for, and that's goals. Look at Mitrovic, I haven't had the chance to check the Manchester City score yet, so unless Sergio Aguero's backed a few, I'm sure I'll have a feeling he's the top goal scorer in the league. So he's proven himself to be a very good player at the minute. But again, we're conceding goals. We still don't know who our #1 choice goalie is, and the fact that this has been an ongoing issue now for over a year, for just over a season, is concerning. Like, and I'm sure it's not doing Bettinelli any justice either. It must put some great pressure on his conscience, and it must make him a bit anxious, to be honest. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So he needs to be #1 week in, week out, so he can prove to the fans that he's the #1 choice. Like, look at him today, man. He saved the penalty. It was
100%.
And the penalty by Gross, it was a good hit. And Bettinelli done very well to get down into that bottom corner to pick it out. So well done to him. I take my hat to him.
So now you're very hungry and you...
Yeah, I'm starving. John ain't eating all day. So I think we should go to a fish and chip shop and represent the culture of the city we're in. So yeah, see you soon.